Who said that? Who said that?
Get that guy. You can be out there, Robbie, asking questions.
Yeah,
You don't know how to get
Who's going to interview
this guy? If Robbie said, "Hey, Prez, you might as well get in this too."
Yeah.
Dude, I was in the car today. It felt great.
Yeah, you know, you get second bureaus at Apex.
Yeah.
You start.
Just Arnold says do the vacuum. All right, guys, welcome back to our channel. We got another video here. It's going to be a little bit more low key, but just want to do a recap for you guys at the end of 2017, obviously, and just kind of talk about our last season and how that went, and then just going to talk about next season as well, what we're looking forward to. But I don't know. Let's start with the first race of the season, King of the Hammers 2017. I made it down there for that one. Yeah. How'd it go? How'd it go?
Okay, I'll take it away. So the first race of the season, Hammers, was pretty much a disaster for us. We had a lot of confidence going in, but we made it 3 miles.
Yeah, a good 3 miles too, but
Which was really the worst part about the whole experience was that the car ran perfect, literally all the way up until we took it off the trailer at Hammers, and then it wouldn't run. So the whole week and a half we were trying to figure it out, trying to work on it. So we had a fuel issue and a computer issue. The fuel issue was just masking the computer issue. So of course Wednesday or Thursday, 3 miles in, electrical system's all fried. So that's as far as we got.
yep.
Yeah.
So
You guys got farther than some people, actually.
We got farther than Von Gittin Jr. did.
Well, yeah, but
So, yeah, Von
he got
Gittin
it fixed.
Jr.
He got it fixed though.
What up?
But we still, from the first breakdown, we made it past him.
Yeah.
Shout out to Von Gittin Jr.
We made it
Well,
past.
we beat you.
So yeah, that was terrible.
And Cranker.
And
Poor
Cranker.
Cranker broke it right there, mile 1, 2. That was terrible. That was,
The first hill was pretty epic. It was just like
Sand
crazy,
hill, yeah.
45-degree sand hill for like quarter mile.
well, when we got there was already about, 12 guys stuck on that hill trying to get up.
That's what it looks like when you're looking at it. It looks like a quarter mile.
Quarter mile, it's about 90-degree angle. Launched it.
Whatever, dude. It's sand. It's sand, man.
So,
All right, well, okay, so what next? Well, did we do NorCal after that?
We did the first NorCal, yeah.
So,
That's when you were at the wedding, and
Yeah.
I was here by myself, yeah.
So we did
Caleb
the
rode
first.
solo for the
Yeah.
first
No, I had.
NorCal.
Who did I have in the car?
Well,
with
yeah,
me?
Matt,
I mean-
wasn't it?
No, I had Matt. Yeah, I
Yeah.
had Matt in the car with me for the first.
Well, you got in 2 races this year?
So yeah, the first NorCal race,
Today's the
we
first
did
time I
it.
rode
It
it.
was still a little wet, and then the car did good, but it still had the overheating problem. Which now that we know what that problem was, but it still ran good. It did
What
good.
was the overheating problem?
Oh, head gasket.
Well, the motor was blown.
Yeah, the motor was blown.
3 of the piston rings on 3 of the
Yeah,
cylinders were fried.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we didn't know at this point.
Yeah, at this point we just
At this
why the
point,
heck
we
is the
still
thing
don't
overheating?
know. Because we got through that weekend, and then
And
when
we got ready for Texas.
When we did find
Oh, yeah, 'cause
out
we were-
was...
Well, no,
Texas.
because the problem is we were racing Texas literally the next weekend right after that.
So,
But the
we were
car,
like-
everything was good mechanically wise. I mean, suspension, all that was still fine. So we're like, all right, well, I guess it's good. But we just got to figure out this overheating problem.
So then we
We got the Texas.
pack
We got
up.
Texas.
We take the 24-hour drive to go all the way to Texas. We take the car off. So Friday, we pre-ran, and we got about halfway. So it was what, a 100-mile race. So about 50 miles in. Well, we popped a freaking tire during pre-running, so that was awesome. But it was cool. Levi Shirley, Brad Lovell,
All them
and,
stopped to change
and all
the
them basically changed our tire for us. So that was cool.
Shout out to you guys.
Yeah, shout out to Levi Shirley and
Brad
Brad
Lovell.
Lovell. You guys are awesome. So that was fun, just kind of hanging out. And then the car started overheating again at about halfway through the pre-run. So that night we trailered it back. So we stopped at the first remote pit, trailered it back to the pit, the main pit. And then that night we put like 4 electric, like just anywhere we could fit a fan on the radiator. We put fans everywhere on the car. Because at this point we thought it was just the radiator the fans not pushing enough air. So that's what we did. And then Saturday morning we got about 10 miles in, and the rings just let go and it started billowing smoke out
yeah.
from the engine. It started overheating.
It's from the valve cover thing, that cap on the valve cover.
Cut the video of that.
Yeah, and then so basically at race mile 10 of 100, we had a blown motor, but we were like, screw it, we're gonna keep going till the car won't go forward anymore. So we did the next 90 miles with smoke billowing in our faces. Well, in my face at least, for 90 miles straight. That was a disaster.
We still finished though. Car at 260 degrees.
Yeah, it was. Oh yeah. The last 15 miles, I said, because we kept stop. We had to stop every like 10 minutes to let the car cool down, and then go again for like another 10 minutes. Let the car cool down. So we did that all day. It was, just a disaster. Finally, like the last 15 miles, I was like, screw it.
It gets
We're
old
going.
real fast.
Yeah, we're going. And if the engine blows a rod out, that's it. And I'm done. I'm not gonna stop anymore. I was sick and tired of stopping. So, but it made it. We finished actually 5th. Believe it or not, we finished 5th in Texas.
It was good.
Which was cool, I guess, considering we did it on a blown motor. So.
Yeah.
And what do we do after Texas?
What was after Texas? Stampede.
Oh,
that
yeah,
was a good one.
Stampede.
Stampede. That was a good one.
Yep, that was again. I broke the front axle on that one.
Was that this?
Oh, yeah.
Stampede, yeah.
Right there on that
Front
jump.
finish line jump,
Yep.
baby.
Yeah,
Who was in the
yeah,
car? Were
right
you in the
there.
car that one?
Who was in the car?
It was Gordon.
Gordon was in the
Gordon
car.
was in the
Gordon
car.
was, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right, Gordo.
Our engine builder, Gordon, was co-driver for that race. Yeah. So yeah, that was another disaster. Well, we broke the front axle. We cracked the housing in practice on Friday.
Oh, we spun the tube.
And then
Spun it,
we
yeah.
spun the tube,
Yeah.
cracked it. So we put it on the trailer, took it to the shop Friday night after qualifying, and basically worked into the night to re-weld it and put a new truss on it. So we were already limping on Saturday. We didn't have a whole lot of high hopes, but we were like, screw it, we're still going to run it either way. And then we made it through the first heat just fine. Well, we popped a tire.
Yeah, I got
in
the
the
tire
first heat.
fixed.
And then on the main heat, that's when we came around this turn right here, and we hit the jump as hard as we could, and right in front of the whole stands, we snapped the front Dana 60 clean in half. So that was the end of our day.
Because a wise man once told us, never lift. Never lift.
And you know who you are.
Yeah. He's a
But
wise.
yeah, no, I
wise.
mean,
he's wise beyond his years. He's a wise man.
Sitting in the crowd watching that was pretty epic. I mean, it went over and it just cracked, boom. You can see the axle was just.
We got some
snapped
serious
clean
air,
in
though,
half.
on
Oh
that
yeah.
jump.
Well, actually, I didn't know what
yeah.
happened from the pits, but you can definitely hear from the crowd.
Oh yeah, the crowd.
yeah.
The crowd went nuts.
And the announcer guy was
Yeah, it was
standing right at the
literally right
K-rail
in
right
front,
there.
yeah.
He's like, "Oh my god!"
I don't
He
know
goes,
if
I've
they've ever
never
experienced
seen a Dana 60 break like that.
And everybody was making fun of us. Oh, you didn't have, you didn't weld it right. Actually, it didn't even break at the weld.
No.
No, broke in a completely different spot
Well,
than when we actually welded.
because it was the casting on
It
the
was-
disc.
yeah.
That's what broke completely.
So
out.
the
That was
welds
probably our-
held. I don't care what you say. You know who you are. The haters out there. The welds held, but the casting.
Yeah.
Who cares? It was awesome.
Anyways, well, we threw, so we got another front axle under it. We trussed it like crazy this time, reinforced it a lot better than the old one.
Oh yeah.
And then that's when we did Fallon. So, and after that, we got,
Fallon was a good race.
Fallon was kicking
well, actually, we redid a lot on the car before Fallon. We redid the suspension.
Yeah.
We-
Oh yeah, we did. We did put the new springs on.
So
new
well, 'cause
springs for Fallon.
we raised it up a little bit. So our biggest problem is we kept bottoming out the suspension. With the old suspension, it was just too small. We would bottom out. We were hitting the oil pan every single race, destroying oil pans. It's a wonder. I don't know how the crank hasn't been ruined yet
Oh, yeah.
from getting hit so many times, but it's still good.
It's a
because our
trooper,
engine
but
builder
it is.
looked at it.
She don't
and
wanna
he said
die.
it's fine. So,
Oh, we have a new motor in it. That's why.
oh, we do have a new motor.
That's
That's
the
right.
old motor's gone.
Small
Yeah.
detail after Texas, we put a new motor in it.
That'll do it. There's a
So-
new motor in it.
Totally forgot about
But
that.
still,
Still.
the old crankshaft held
Yeah.
for 2 years.
So
Yeah,
we-
that was actually not
Because the
bad.
very first race, the very first hammers we ever did with it, you guys bottomed out the suspension.
Yeah, we bottomed out.
What else happened to the car right after that?
Oh, drive
I mean, the whole
shaft,
front end-
drive
the whole
shaft,
front end got destroyed.
Caught on
front
fire.
shocks,
Yeah.
Caught on fire.
We still finished first lap though, but
Very hard for us.
Yeah, what was it, 90 miles?
Well,
No oil.
they about the last quarter of it was out without 4-wheel drive.
we did the whole.
From race mile 16 was without.
So we
four-wheel
did
drive.
like
Okay.
50 miles
Yeah.
of
First
the
quarter.
first lap in 2-wheel drive. That was
So, anyways,
What race are we talking about?
That's
Hammers,
the
the
very
first
first
hammers.
hammers.
I thought we were talking
Anyways.
about Fallon. I'm
No,
like,
no, oh, Fallon
Oh,
was good.
Fallon.
Fallon was a disaster.
Fallon was good. We
Hey,
started
tell
off
them
first.
what happened with the suspension, man.
A lot.
What didn't happen?
There was no suspension after.
Which lap? Which lap did it fall
Was it
out?
third
That was
one?
second. No,
Second
That
lap.
was the second one.
Because we finished
Yeah.
it first, and the
Because we
second
did-
is when
we
no,
did-
the second is when the shock, the coil, the bottom. The second lap is when the bottom of the coil bracket broke.
Yeah.
Oh, we fixed that, yeah.
That little bump cushion thing broke.
And then third lap is when it blew out completely.
Oh,
Yeah, and then
On
the
top.
third lap is when the shock blew out and the
Yeah, that's when we got
Shock
it
went
fixed.
through the wheel well, didn't
shock-
it?
Is that Matt?
Yeah,
That's what
probably.
I thought.
And
It is
then-
Matt.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh, cool.
And then,
Anyways.
so fourth lap is when we were having the coil problems with the
Yeah.
stupid line to the tack.
Yeah.
That kept cutting the car out, and then that's when we got that figured out. We came in. That's when we didn't stop at the pits. We just kept going.
Kept going.
Yeah,
for the fifth lap.
to make the time cut.
Yeah.
Fifth lap. We made fifth in that one too.
Oh, we barely cut it, didn't we?
Yeah.
We were
And
right
we
there. We had
finished-
a couple minutes left.
We
for the
finished
time.
seventh that race too. When we lost about an hour and a half trying to get
seventh,
the.
yeah.
Yeah, total
car
time,
fixed.
Total time about an hour and a half.
Which sucks because we were passing people. The first lap we were passing people and we were doing really well until the whole suspension. Well, it was just the front left suspension failure.
You guys got up to fourth.
I think, yeah, we were.
Third.
I think we were
Second.
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 Or second.
No,
It was second.
no.
It was second
It was
or
second.
third.
I looked
Anyways,
at the thing, it was
I remember
second.
So we
If
got
I
up to
was
second.
driving, it was probably almost first place.
Okay, so where were we? Oh yeah.
Oh,
so
let him get in on this. He's part of the crew.
Part of the crew.
I don't know. He's been cut off since our last race.
There he is. There's our master fabricator right here.
Right here.
My toolbox.
Grab a seat.
Yeah.
Grab a seat
Yeah.
somewhere,
Come
bro.
Okay, grab a seat. Get in on this.
So
Let's look at the camera and talk.
it's Matt.
You're good at that, right?
Yeah. God, no, I can't be on TV, man. Yeah.
I got warrants, man.
So anyway, we knew it was gonna be a tire eater. So we're like, okay, hey, we knew what sections. Oh, speaking of sections, me and Barney thought we were gonna pre-run with Josh and Caleb.
That's the worst day of my life.
Oh, you were back probably 3 hours after we got back. Yeah. At least.
That was the
Stupid
ride.
on the quads
That was the
wall.
ride from hell.
Oh my god.
It was it was a fight for our lives.
I had a quad that kept dying, and we had to jump start it every time.
Yeah.
Every time I pulled over.
And then I had a
something.
quad that wouldn't make it anyway.
Basically, the
Our
last
story's
lap
the best
was-
part of Fallon. I'm not gonna lie.
It was incredible.
They can watch it on the Fallon video.
Yeah.
I also
check out
thought,
Fallon.
I also
It's
thought
on that
I
one.
saw water in the desert, and I legit almost went swimming. I was so thirsty.
Where the heck did you see water? Where the heck
You know
did
where the bushes are on the where you're coming across the lake bed, and there's all the green stuff over there.
Yeah.
You mean
I was
like
like
a
a
little-
lake. What?
Talking about the little 2-foot puddle?
Yeah.
No, there was no water.
There was no water.
I got there and there was
Oh,
no
he was
water.
hallucinating.
No, it wasn't a mirage. I saw green, a bunch of cattails, and I was like, "It's water."
Shout out to did Randy
Going for
Slauson
it.
stop? Was he the guy that stopped? When
No,
we were
Randy
stuck
Slauson broke the transmission.
No, you're
Yeah,
talking
man.
about
when
when
we were pre-running.
there?
He
Oh, no,
did.
when we were pre-running.
He
Somebody,
did.
I think it was Randy. Randy, shout out for stopping him and making sure these two.
Yeah, Matt
cars-
broke the truck in the pursuit
Are you sure he's
of,
because he passed us?
in the pursuit of
So-
This was
this.
in when we were pre-running.
Yeah, he
He
passed
might-
us
well, he
pre
might
running.
have-
Probably
Who
done like-
knows? He
Oh,
might have
yeah,
done a few
yeah.
laps.
Well, I
You
don't
broke
know.
your rig.
Oh, yeah.
He broke his rig.
Trying to get gas to us.
And we just missed him too. We literally pulled out and he's coming right over the hill. He's like, oh no.
What'd you break?
Tie rod or something.
Matt wanted to go out to the pits so bad.
You drove it broken?
I took the shock off.
Oh, that little shock thing.
I broke
Yeah.
that too. My truck doesn't have that on it.
Yeah,
Either.
so basically
So that was
Fallon.
Fallon.
Yeah. It was a good time actually.
And then after Fallon, what did we do?
Reno.
Oh, yeah.
Nationals.
Cool.
Nice. Yeah, it is.
Coolest
That was
race
a
ever.
good. It was a good time.
That was
The
good.
first race kind of sucked, but that was kind of a
First heat.
disaster. The first race, but we
First
pushed
heat
through
was
it,
bad.
fixed it.
I just had
Crew chief, apparently. I heard a rumor.
What?
3, my lord. Or what is it? Yeah, 3. my lord.
I heard a.
Make it 4.
Yeah.
I heard a rumor that the pit crew was MIA
Late. They were late.
They were
They
late.
weren't MIA,
They were
they was
late.
late.
for the first couple
They-
laps.
Let's just say they made things very interesting.
Yeah.
I was on time for the important part.
Yeah.
No names, Matt.
Hey, they like to cut it close. They live on the edge.
I had to go all the way. Yeah.
There's
He was
everything.
racing time.
Everything about our crew is havoc. So anyway, so that
Not
was
this
good.
year.
Not this year.
Coming.
No, but
It was good.
so Reno, the first heat we popped a tire and radio communication wasn't working the greatest. So we didn't know if we had guys in the pit yet, so we ended up having to do the next lap on a flat, and that when we hit the rock. So I don't know if you guys, if anyone watching saw the Reno race, but the bottom.
Don't mind me, I'm just the bitch.
Rehydrating. The bottom rock pile right in front of the grandstands.
How many did you bring?
I heard 4 and I got one for me.
Said 3, yeah.
So I'll take one.
Okay, so you hit.
So the
five.
bottom rock pile, right? I couldn't. There was no more turning anymore. Oh, it was funny because no, the before that, the first rock pile going down the hill, I got stuck at the bottom of the hill, and I didn't know one of the poor boy guys was right behind me, and I thought so. We got stuck because I couldn't turn. I was like, oh crap! And right as I was like, oh crap, he hit me and he pushed me forward. So I was like, oh hell yeah, let's keep going. And that was a disaster trying to make that 15-point turn to make that little S turn.
Yeah.
And then when we hit the bottom rock pile, I literally could not turn, so I just let go of the steering wheel and just hit the throttle and just let the car go through. And it made it all the way into the last little rock at the very end. It hit it. The left tire hit it, turned the steering left, and I went right into the wall. So I ended up having to do another 10-point turn to get unstuck to get to the pit. And that's when I pulled out, and Matt was like, "No, you're done. We ain't going anywhere."
That's right. When I think the pressure on that is what blew the front end of the steering box out.
Steering gearbox
Yeah,
would just
literally
blew up.
Blew it out.
So we ended up having to fix that, and we fixed the car and got it in line with literally like 30 seconds to spare before they started rolling the lineup out onto the track for the main heat. So we just barely made the cutoff. Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah.
But well, the car worked perfect. I got stuck in a rock pile, which cost us, so that really pissed me off. But what can you do? The car in 4 high would not get out of it wouldn't get itself unstuck, so I ended up having to drop it down in 4 low, which the Atlas transfer case, when the car is stationary, it doesn't like to change gears.
At all.
It wants to be moving a little bit to change the gears. So when the car was sitting still, it would not go to 4 low. So I ended up just like kicking it into 4 low, and finally got the car unstuck. And then it was a disaster trying to get it back into 4 high. It would not go back into 4 high. So yeah, that was
about a good minute and a half, 2 minutes.
so we lost a lot of time, and we tried our hardest to catch back up, and the poor car was pinned for the rest of the race. But we still finished, so it's
Still finished the race. Had a good time. That night at the casino was
yeah, we
great.
partied, with
Always a
everybody.
good time at National.
Shout out to everybody there that
Yeah, it was a good time.
may or may not remember that we were there too.
And
Yeah, it was only a good time because I was there.
when was he there?
Funny, I was
He was there the whole
I
time.
wasn't that messed up, at least for the first part of it.
Bro,
guys
you
were
didn't
at
see
some
me
dinner
because I was on the
thing,
dance
Oh
floor.
no, we were at the banquet. Yeah,
I
Barney
was on the
banquet
dance
with us.
floor with the girls
Barney was
while
at the
you were
banquet
sitting
with
at
us.
the
Yeah,
bar.
what do you mean? Yeah.
And Matt partied hardy too after that. We went to round table.
Oh yeah! Hey, got a shout out to Rick and Randy, man.
yeah.
Those guys
Oh, yeah.
were a riot at the banquet.
Truck tips,
Yeah.
Randy
Yeah.
Rick.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Truck tips with Randy Ricks.
Hook
Look
me
out
up.
for that one. It's gonna be a new. That's gonna be a new channel.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's gonna be the next YouTube sensation.
Great
So
time.
basically, now we're getting ready for King of the Hammers 2018, and we're gonna.
Car's running awesome.
Do
We were
something.
just not pre-running, but
I'm not gonna say that we're gonna destroy it because
every time we say that, it destroys us.
We'll
but-
do
We're
something.
definitely
That's for
changing
sure.
our track record for sure.
You'll do nothing. Yeah.
You'll do nothing.
You'll do nothing.
As,
First year it was like we're gonna win. Now it's like we're definitely gonna
Now,
finish
now
the
it's just
first
like, can we
lap.
please just
Yeah.
get to the
We're
second
definitely
lap?
finishing the first lap.
we might have been a bit
We're pretty
ambitious.
sure. Yeah.
We're
For the
ambitious,
words of
but
Jeremy
rubbish.
Clarkson, ambitious yet rubbish.
So far today, everything worked great. We sprung a couple tiny little leaks, but they're nothing major. We know how to
race
fix
car
them.
ain't got
Be
leaks.
aight, be aight.
Now it's just kind of maintenance and get everything re-greased and new oil and everything, and get it ready to go.
And 2018 is going to be, there might be some changes happening for Havoc, so.
We're expanding.
Yep, we are
Trying.
we're trying to. Matt here, I think, is in the process of building a rig, but then he also started a process of making a child as well, so.
He's in that process.
That takes
So it's,
So
a
lengthy.
race, it's a race to the finish.
I don't know, this may be the last full season for the Jeep, so you guys are thinking about expanding into maybe Legends or something. We'll see.
Someone's
Oh, yeah,
gonna
well,
take
the-
over the Jeep.
The problem is with the
Oh, the Jeep will still race.
Yeah.
It's not all the
with the
It'll
stock
be
class.
me.
It might be
I'll be
semi-retired after
Yeah.
this year.
Well,
We'll
it's-
see. But
Me and Matt.
Well, the problem with the stock class is that
Not you,
you're
the
so
other Matt.
limited,
Matt.
and the rules
Little
are
Matt.
so strict that it's hard
Yeah,
to
I'll be
build.
driving.
It's hard to build a car that can contend with every season, and without having to basically rebuild the whole thing every season. So the car just gets super beat up, and it's just in the long run, it's probably more expensive to keep it racing rather than building something that because we're keeping. You got to keep the stock body, and the body's
Keep
falling
stock,
apart around the
everything,
cage.
Still, racing's hard for
So
anybody.
Anything.
Yeah.
so we'll see.
Especially some
tough.
construction workers.
That poor
Work
car.
for a
I mean,
living,
it's
not race for a living.
Exactly.
yeah.
I want to be racing for
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a dream.
Yeah.
So.
That's the dream. Y'all people hear
If
that?
anybody watching, anybody watching this as well, shout
I
out
swear
to-
we're good. Yeah, I swear we're good. We're really good.
Last season was just a fluke accident. It won't
Yeah,
happen again.
no.
Hey, just ask Goodby how many races we showed up to for stock class. Boom.
Not
We
this
were-
year though.
Well,
We didn't show up to
We only
the
showed
cars
up
was
once.
broke.
car was
Yeah,
broken,
the car's broke.
but
Sorry,
tried.
Gibby. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Hey,
tried.
we
perks
tried.
of
We
being
tried,
poor,
dude.
huh?
It's not you, it's us.
Hey, he was cheering us on though at Fallon. He was
Yeah.
right there next to
Yeah,
Matt
that was a good
in the
fight.
little official.
His face lit up every time with a smile every time we came by.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And we continue on. I could only assume that it went back to its gloomy. Oh, there we go.
We'll have to restart.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that's what's happening. That was last year in a nutshell.
We're looking forward to
And
2018.
then looking forward, and I don't know, one race at a time, obviously. But
Yeah.
King of the Hammers is, what's the dates for King of the Hammers?
Race
Second to
week.
the ninth.
Break week. Yeah, is the second's that Friday.
Yeah.
So
Hammertown opens on the 2nd, February 2nd.
and then our the EMC is February the 8th, and the big race is Friday the 9th of February.
So we're in Everyman's Challenge.
yeah.
and
Be
stock.
there or be square.
Yeah.
And then,
Come on, Jason.
yeah.
Get number 2.
So that's the next race to look forward to. So we'll see you guys out there. It's awesome. Look it up. And as usual, thanks for watching. Hit subscribe, hit the like button, give us comments in the comment section below. We'll see you guys next
Yeah.
time.
And Waylon, get number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come on,
beat
bro.
your dad this year, man. Come on.
dude. Come on.
And then Shannon, if you get number 4, I'll be ecstatic.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't even know what to do with myself. Yeah. They're like, oh my god.
Don't listen to him, Tom. You got this.
Oh, Tom.
Yeah.
Tom Ways.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers.
Yes.
It's a good year.
All right.
2018. Let's do this.